Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Brazilian got it from my mama. Work ethic got it from my father. Or you can ask Ruby. Knocked out on my life, but I keep moving.
What's up, everybody? You are now tuned in to the YOD podcast with the one and only Tough is Good, Smart is Better, Are You Coachable, Choose to Succeed, and then...
Wild D, Wild D, Wild D. I'm the young old dude with the newology. Leader of the new school, old mentality. Got the loose Twitter fingers. You following me? Yeah. Over your head, got too much knowledge. Graduated in games, season no salting. Outlast today, don't need no nostalgic. I'm over 38, performing like a freshman in college. I'm the youngest old dude you know. Motive with life change, effortless with the flow. Atta boy, oh, you ain't know? This man against time, and this time just had to go. Let me vest 20 pounds of haters and run some more. Steadily getting lapped, I stride around goals. Lost it, I'm found it and winning. How I catch a bunch of L's, I quarterback the beginning. Yellow YOD. Yeah, I'm a young old dude. Learn the rules like a pro, taking students to school. YOD. Up in the gym, dropping mad jewels. Still hungry, stay seasoned, play mad fool. YOD. Stay on my grind, it's that mastermind. Like wine, I get better with time. YOD. Oh, you ain't heard about me. Got everybody in the city saying YOD.
Thanks for tuning in to the YOD podcast. Be sure to click follow, subscribe, and share at the YOD podcast. Visit us online at www.theyodpodcast.com. The YOD podcast with the one and only Ajan Rubin.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks again for tuning in to the YOD podcast, episode 110, last show of the year 2023, as the new year beckons, that time where proclamations are loud, goals feel as close as counting to the next number, 2024. For many, there are memorable moments, challenging moments, and moments never to be forgotten. For you, Ajan, what are some memorable moments from the past year that made 2023 one for the books?
Damn. Boy, you might have just stumped me on that one. That's hard to do. Shit, you gotta, ooh, Lord. Well, okay, I'll just go close to the chest first. Or heart, same thing. And that's the time I got to spend with my daughter and her family. And that was Father's Day and Thanksgiving Day. Father's Day weekend, Thanksgiving weekend. And I mean, we just had a hell of a time. And just for me, it's just the significance of appreciation. And I know that runs deep, not just that she's my daughter, but what we survived to get to where we are. And the value, it is priceless. There's nothing that can pay for that. Nothing. There's no, it's as high as can be by itself. So that really, really sticks out to me. As far as my birthday, I mean, I got to respect the fact that, I had another one. That's good. And I will say at 55, for the first time, I think like I really notice and really, really notice and feel the difference in aging. Not that it wasn't there, but it's a bigger statement now. So as you had said before, I've been at this stuff so long and I measure everything. You ain't lying. I damn sure measure everything now because it's not a choice. Like it really is a whole thing of, how's it go? Like that, I said before, that fine line between doing your best and doing too much. And you really, really are forced to shave back. But even with that, I'm still tenacious and I refuse to stop or quit. I mean, slowing down, I don't have a choice. Because if I don't slow down, I'm going to hurt myself. And that's foolish. I'm not going to do that. It's dumb. I don't know, but going further back, I mean, it's been I think a great year, um, at the school. The way I see it as far as changes, and I've adjusted to it, the way people are, the clientele, meaning that as much as, all of us kind of old heads in the game that done this, there were students of mine 20 years ago, 25 years ago, damn near 30 years ago, a few of them making circles back. And granted, which means they're 15, 20, 25 years older too, and they see the difference. And, it's good we're still going, but they're like, man, this ain't nothing like it used to be. I'm like, bro, who you telling? But at the same time, it's like, I really don't have this fire for the prize fighting side of Muay Thai anymore. Um, that's a window of time. You can only do that stuff. And it's funny, I was talking with a friend last night. I'm like, you know what? I done been to every venue you can think of, the highest level at all. I done trained individuals at every single one of those levels. Different weight class. I'm talking Muay Thai, UFC, Bellator, Glory. Who the fuck cares? Wuling, Fong, all of them. Every goddamn one of them. So I know what that's like, and I know what that takes. And it's like, nah, that's done. And then for individuals to even go to that level, no, you got to be a special person, and that's just not a common thing now anyway. So it's like, it's okay. And so I really enjoy that. To me, I feel like I'm like full circle with the whole point and goal of martial art, and that is what it started out to be, and that is to just better the self, improve the self. And so the majority of individuals now, when they come to me, it's like, you know what, this is this is the line here. I'm gonna teach you, I'm gonna push you to be the best version of you, and make this about your progression in your skill set, just to improve yourself. Those that want to flirt with competition, to which I say, listen, just say it one time. After that, I don't want to hear it. I want to watch and see what you do. And even that's going to be, incremental from the lowest level and then go from there. But that's not a priority. And it's been a few years like, man, I wish. It's like, nah, no, that's not for me. It's like, isn't it somewhere in the Bible that says there's a time to everything?
There's like a verse parable type thing where it says like there's a time to eat, there's a time to sleep,
Right.
there's a time to play, a time to be serious, all that stuff.
Right. So everything is a stitch in the window in time. And it's like, well, I had mine, I did mine, so I ain't got no goddamn regrets. But when I watch others, I'm just like, oh, it's your life. Or as I would say, it's your dime and your time. And if time goes by and you look back and go, man, I should have, don't say shit to me. Don't even bother. Like, you fucked that up.
Yeah, I think that for you, it's kind of like in a way, that parent-child relationship.
Yep.
Sometimes the parent is like wants a certain thing more than their kid wants it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it like kind of hurts you a little bit.
It does.
Because like you can see what they can do. It's just they don't see it yet, or
They
they
don't
don't have
see
that
it.
drive
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
get it. So
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you that because throughout the year you see new customers, new people, and
Yeah.
every year people change for the good and the better.
Yeah.
And like you said, they tell you this, tell you that. But within that, in what ways has your leadership style evolved over this year, and like what lessons have you learned from that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, it's major. It's just more mellow. I mean, trust me, I can turn that a-hole switch on in a second when it's appropriate, depending on what's going, and I, especially during the sparring, and if it's that gamey piece, I'll create the environment that individual needs. And I explain, listen, and I speak as a mantra, do not take anything in here personal, because a lot of shit gonna sound personal. I'm gonna do it on purpose. And that is see if I can break you. To understand, if I can intimidate you, if anybody can easily intimidate you, it's easy to beat you because you give up on yourself. It's the mental, emotional muscle too. You got to train that goddamn thing. And so, man, I do that, and it's fun. You're like, okay, done, turn it off, and don't have any great expectations no more. It's like I said, I want to say it's a version of what I said in the last podcast about I don't give benefit of the doubt no more. Fuck that. I don't. No, I just watch and see what is, what happens, and leave it alone. And it's totally up to the individual. It did never going to say, well, I want it, but you didn't show me, I want it, or you didn't guide me. It's like, no, dum. It's all laid out like a buffet. You walked up to the thing and walked right past what you needed. You did that, not me. It's there. So I'm way more just okay with how it is. I even talked with Mike, one of the champions from way back. I said, dude, because he was part of that group when we started like late 90s, early 2000s, when we were traveling and just fighting every goddamn gym that was in the nation that was serious about Muay Thai. He's like, damn, man. I said, dude, I know. He just retired from the Marines too. And he's just like, I said, dude, it's okay. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. Granted, he put on some weight. Mike, I'm talking about your ass, so you always listen to podcasts, you'll know. But he's happy as shit to be back, though. And the atmosphere, environment. And when I turn on that switch, I go, there you go. Because it's like, I said, it sound like we back in LA. I go, hell yeah. Just for the moment and shit. And they were like, all right, okay, turn that shit off and then get on back with it. So it's all right. There's a such thing as called changing with the time. We'll change with it. You ain't stopping it. But the one thing I will never, ever do is lose integrity. I won't do that. Hell no. Meaning I ain't never going to sell out. So the quality of what I do is there. The expression, the delivery, right time, that's still there too. But expectation, nah, I back up on that. Like I said, when someone says something, I say it one time. And I don't want to hear anything else about it. I want to watch what you do. And that's it. I don't attach any like, oh, it'd be cool if. Done with that. I want the individuals to just do it for themselves. And if they do, okay, well, next step is this. That's it.
As a leader and business owner, teacher, that obviously that say it one time, I want to see what you do. I don't hear nothing else about it. Yeah. Done playing games, etc. That obviously comes from people saying and not doing, correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So it's like too much of it, and it kind of like hits you too much. Where it's like I can't handle. I guess like I don't want to say emotional roller coaster, but maybe just the physical and emotional, because you are feeding into them as you're training them, etc. Especially if it's somebody that wants to compete and you're doing one-on-ones and stuff like that.
You're doing that, and you see they got what it takes, and the words one thing, the action is a part of the words, and all of a sudden the action is not what they said, and it's like, look, motherfucker, which one is this? Which goddamn way are we going? Because how like, so it's back to that whole if you're lying to me thing. Well, so any person that is the thing and another person trying to be what you are or come up in that whatever, well, you're already that, which means you've done the steps and you're a part of it. Well, you're guiding them through it. So it's not a question of your integrity. Yours is set. You are the thing. You already that. They come to you and you're like, all right, well, you need to do this. Say, I don't know how to do this stuff right here. But say if you were trying to teach me how to do it and you gave me some homework to do. Do step 1 and 2 and give me a week to work on it. And I come back to see it, say, yeah, I did it. And you test me and the motherfucker, you didn't do it. You can see I got the potential, but you see I'm lazy and I ain't focused. How long can you put up with that? So it becomes okay, make an appointment, schedule it, pay me for my goddamn time. What you do with it, that's on you. And then leave it alone. Do not get attached to it. Just, it needs to prove itself. And I guess it's sad that, seriously, man, the last 10, 15 years, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. Because across the board, the shit I've been talking about, and I still talk to my peer group in every field, the tenacity, the grit, the focus, a lot of the late teens through the 20s, early 30s, motherfuckers just lazy across the goddamn board. And I can only attribute it to, when things are, it's good, but, the influency of things, yeah, and the fact that not having to work as hard or struggle and whatnot, which you don't wish that on anybody, but there's an upside to it. It strengthens you and builds your character. And technology itself, it just made everybody, what they call them, thumb thugs, and keyboard warriors. That shit, that's just that. It's all imagination. It's in the mind. And so when you got to apply, i.e., like I said, the construction field, the electrical field, all the utilities, throughout the goddamn military. And I'm not making this up. And I don't even want to get on that because I done beat that to death already, you know what I'm saying? So it's just this way. So you just kind of got to, don't lose yourself in this mess. Do your best. Provide what you're supposed to do. And then it's totally up to each individual. Like I said, it's just a piece on the part mantra. I would say, hey, look, it's your dime and it's your time. Do with it what you will because it's yours. You piss it away. Well, who pissed it away? You did. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, I feel like there's just from the length of time I've known you and just meeting different people from the gym and all that, I feel like not just with your business, but with a lot of businesses changing with the times and just history in and of itself, that you went from kind of like my point at the end of it is pretty much the consequences and who the consequences end up laying on. And for you, like you said, it's your dime, your time, do what you will with what I give you. The consequence and is not on you. The results and the guarantee of the results is not on you because you did everything on your end.
Everything.
And I feel like before the times have changed and the people's mentalities have changed, you had sort of a both the consequences hit both of you, where who you were training not only represented them and if they were winning out, but it also represented your gym, your company, your skill set, your knowledge and everything, because what they proved in that ring to compete and win all that and championships and everything like that, and the champions you built, that reflected not only them, but you. There was a shift that happened, obviously, where the people that are training and that you're training and stuff like that, at the end of the day, like you said, what you do with it, you do with it. You're kind of in that weird space now, but what do you say to people like that are still in that place that you were, like CEOs and things like that? Because like you said, everybody's dealing with it.
Oh, yeah.
From employees to people they hire to people they have to fire. They have to change with the times and kind of navigate. But at the same time, it reflects their business. It reflects them as a CEO. It reflects. So how do they kind of not change with the times, but also keep that same one mindset that obviously the CEO has to have in order to succeed in the company and have the proper representation?
It's kind of like, I see it as just doing another version of the same thing that I do. Don't lose the integrity and quality of yourself. That's been established. But how you reach them, that has to be changed, I suppose. How you express your value and what they can get from it. Because I'm not in that kind of industry. I'm not selling widgets and shit like that. It's a skill set, and you call it, I think it's service industry, something like that. And so it's an empowering embedment thing. So that ain't never gonna wane. That's just me. That's my character. Just like, especially when I'll say someone, comes to me or whatnot, and I always ask, why me? Like, who the fuck asked that? And sometimes my sales call when I'm talking, and they half the time they'll say, man, nobody will talk to me like this. Like, what do you mean? It's like, you just real. There's no bullshit with you. I'm like, nope. They're like, no, I like that. I'm like, I'm just asking, man. Like, damn near 3 decades of doing this. Hey, fuck all that. That ain't me. So, and I'll listen to them and go to the website and I'm so glad that Sam's hooked that damn thing up because it's so me. The podcast, the way we are, this is me, is my goddamn expression. I ain't changing. It's bullshit. It's kind of like a standard of integrity and excellence and whatnot, and what you get from it, that's up to you. But you ain't gonna taint me. It's kind of like it's like, how is that possible when that's what I came from? The whole lotus in the mud thing. You can throw all the mud you want at me, bitch. I grew from that. What was that fucking thing in the Batman Bang? I'm from the darkness.
Oh, it's like, you lived in the darkness. I was born in it. It's like you simply lived in it.
So fuck you. Just I'm like looking at you, going like, carry on. So that would be my suggestion. Don't lose your you. Don't do that. Don't lose your identity. Don't lose the integrity of your brand. Don't do that. You know, maybe like I said, the way you reach them, you have to change and adjust, of course. Other than that, that's it. Because here's the thing. Whoever, whatever, if you lose who and what you are, well, you ain't selling you no more. Then it may work, it may not work. If it don't work, how you gonna make adjustments? Because then you're in this uncharted territory. You don't even know where the fuck you are no more. Which means you don't know what direction you're really going. It's bullshit. Yeah, that's my opinion. That's my opinion.
No, that makes sense. And while you're talking, I'm thinking, and just my mind always compares to whether it's athletes or musicians. But one of the things that it compared to immediately was musicians and artists, and the older artists that were from the 70s, 80s, and 90s that are trying to talk to the younger artists and tell them to build and create quality, create timeless records rather than just these quick boom, 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 boom. How many streams can I get? How much money can I get? Because when you look at it, even though it takes a long time to see, if we were to break down a lot of songs from the 70s, whether it's Kool and the Gang or anybody like that, there's songs that still are played today, still are danced to today, still hit people the same today because they took their time to make a classic. And I think with you, it's the same thing.
Same thing.
People come in there, I got a gut, I feel weak, I feel down. Go in there, get what they want real quick, that quick stream, and they're out. They're not building that classic, which is you, the classic, the mindset, the lifestyle, the integrity. Everything that you sell essentially is you and remains you because you took the time to put in the work to build the classic that is Ajan Rubin. And I think that's what I was thinking about while you're saying that. It's like you're like that, the LL Cool J of your time, and you got all these young little rappers coming in making these quick pop songs that are cool for a week and they dance for a week, or they get a TikTok millions for a week, and then the song just disappears. It's not a timeless record. And I feel like you've been trying to relay that message, and you relayed that message your entire career. Yeah. And like you said, you're at a point now where, hey, what the kids like, but I'm here to provide knowledge for those who want the knowledge.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And it's like a sea. And I try to explain to men that come in, it's like, listen, look at it this way. If you can accept the mindset that, okay, for this amount of stuff to know, learn, and understand, it would be like trying to drink the ocean with a teaspoon at a time. Just that right there alone will weed out a whole bunch of, I was just playing around. Yeah, clearly. But that's still the truth, though. You're going to have that onesie, twosie that till they die, one way or another. And then some in the middle, maybe get halfway. But at least they understand, okay, wait, this is a lifelong journey of some sort. Not that you're going to do Muay Thai forever. That's not it. Like the young lady, Kehlani. So I think her mom listened to the podcast, so she'll hear it. That little girl, she's 14 now, maybe 15, I can't remember. She's like a throwback to 20, 25 years ago. She's so different. Quiet. She says what she means what she says, and her actions speak. She does way more than she say. And she's progressed. And I checked at some point and I asked her, what's her grade like? She's like 4.0. She's outperformed all these boys that come in at the same time. She don't play. And I can't remember some other boy, they same grade or whatever. I said, man, I swear to God, I said this shit, they were both there. I said, you keep going the way you're going. She keep going the way she's going. I said, mark my word, 10, 15 years from now, you're going to be working for her. She's like, I go, keep it up. I said, you don't get it. That's how this shit plays out. You going that way, she's going that way. True shit. And the things that she get, and I think her mom, I can't remember, she said, like, man, she listened to everything I say and she used the principles because they work. But at the same time, you got to have the character for this shit, though. You know, and then there's a couple others that kind of close, but she's the one that stands out. She's like a fucking train that ain't stopping. I'm telling you, man, that young lady gonna be in charge of some high level shit. I done seen this before. That's.
Thanks again for listening to the YOD podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Extreme Power Gym. More than a punch, more than a kick, though, you will learn to be quite efficient at all of it. It's a mindset, a lifestyle, and for some, a life change. Muay Thai taught and learned the right way. A school where you can grow and get to know that powerful, confident self inside of you. Extreme Power Gym, 3375 Mission Avenue, Suite E, Oceanside, California, 92058. Call 760-672-8860 and speak with Ajan Rubin today. Visit online at www.extremepowergym.com. Extreme Power Gym, your Muay Thai journey, your life-changing journey, your better you starts here. Thanks again for listening to the YOD podcast. Everyone is looking for big wins, especially on the crux of 2024. The big victories, those big moments that kind of alter everybody's life. They're looking for that. 2024, this is my year. 2024, I'm gonna do this. 2024, I'm gonna do that. From family to life to jobs, etc. And there's nothing wrong with that, but talk about the importance of celebrating the small victories along the way. Because a lot of times people will lose gratitude for now because they just want that big accomplishment, that big, hey, I did it, rather than realizing that every step to get to that big moment, there's a lot of little wins there. So how important is to kind of focus on the little wins as everybody is on their journey to those 2024 goals?
Well, it's interesting what I tie this to, and I don't even know who I was talking to about this. But it's like, let's say this past Christmas holiday, I had a great time. It was quiet, peaceful. You know, I'm a granddad, man, you know. And, so I sent gifts, my daughter, for her and the family and everybody. And we FaceTime on the phone for about over an hour, and you know, just everybody, the kids and Caleb and her, and just everything, you know. And it's fun. She's like, Dad, what you doing? I was sitting on the balcony, my cigar and shit. She's like, peaceful, huh? I go, yeah. She goes, it's the opposite here. I go, I know. Your turn. You go ahead. It was funny as shit. And we chopped it up and whatnot. And I was done. And I just hung out and just did my thing and meandered and done some other shit. And then, you know, a few people checked in, you know, Merry Christmas, whatever. Hey, what you doing? So I'm just chilling. Like, yeah, you know. And it's like, so this is the part that I'm trying to connect with what you asked. So, and again, it's just me where I'm in my life and just down the road. Well, many pick the day, the holiday, it's all the season of love and cheer and whatnot. And I'm thinking, I'm this way every day though. Not just one day fucking year and then whatever, and then the day after go back being a dick. You know what I mean? It's every day. I'm good to people every day. I give a shit every day. You know, and I can't do the pretension. It's like, I don't want to be around it. Just, I'm good. Watch my movie, drink a little bit, smoke a little bit, go to sleep. Happy as fuck. But I don't have to do no extra. No one really, in my humble opinion, has to do it. Well, it's the same with this shit. It don't make it about a one day. You got to have navigation. Like, pick something as a goal you're trying to achieve. But enjoy them damn steps along the way in that journey. You have to. We talked about the whole thing. Some book Will Smith had recommended about the brick by brick.
Yeah, the way his dad used to make them just randomly. He made them randomly build this wall. It took him like a month or months of weeks and weeks. And so I don't know if it was weeks or months. I forget the exact time. But the point of it was lay the brick. Just lay the brick. That's all he kept saying.
But see, look at achieving the wall as the goal for 2024, 2020. Like, each is the same goddamn shit. You just keep looking at the goddamn wall. No, it's brick by brick by brick. And if you focus on the process, the goal manifests anyway. Too many just keep looking at that one thing, and you too much anxiety because it's taking too long. Well, you're looking at it wrong. You ain't respecting the process at all. It's like watching one step at a time. instead of looking, going, holy fuck, I got 100 miles. That'll break you. Just, I get there. Plop, 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 plop. That. But if you can't celebrate that, you fucked. And that's why most people, in all honesty, don't even reach their New Year's resolutions. They don't. Oh, this year I'm on it. This year, we see them in the fitness center all the fucking time. Like, goddamn gym. You can't, January, forget getting the goddamn equipment. You just gotta add another 30 minutes to whatever the fuck, because you gotta wait and wait and wait. And these motherfuckers are in there, and then early February, it starts to get thin. Then by March, thinner, and then April, back to normal. Every now and then you got one Tuesday that they made their mind, made the conviction, and now it's their lifestyle. Not realizing that to achieve something big, it becomes a part of your lifestyle. It's a lifestyle change. It's a part of your life now. If you don't do it that way, it's bullshit. So.
Yeah, it's almost like I guess obviously there's tangible goals where I'm doing this, saving this money to get this or whatever, but in the way you explain it, it's almost like the apex or the height or the big win, if you will, is it becoming you becoming that thing that you're chasing. That's crazy.
You do. It's all total. Like, all right, this is a add-on to me. This is me now, this version or what have you. But it's not like an ornament. It's hang it. It look cute. Hey, take it off.
Yeah. That's the thing. It was Bruce Lee, I think, that said that the kick thing, do 1,000 kicks one day, or he doesn't respect somebody that does it in one day, but wake up and do it the next day. Something like that. I get it wrong.
No, he said, don't respect the man that does 10,000 different kicks, but respect that man that does one kick 10,000 times. Like, he'll fucking kill you with that leg. That's fact.
Yeah, that's the thing I was looking for.
That's fucking
focusing
fact.
on one thing.
That one goddamn thing. Why you think I have everybody do 2,000 kick routine? That 2,000 twice a week, that's 4,000. You get to 10,000 pretty close. And then next thing you know, you're doing hundreds of thousands. Then when your leg dangerous, but that's too much work. Then shut the fuck up.
Powerful stuff. Yes, sir. That moment, that opportunity where you just can't help but get it off your chest. You know, that burning desire to say what's on your mind. And right now, it's that time for Ajan Rubin to get it off his chest.
My frustration, and again, thank God I'm mellow with it because it ties into that. There's an undercurrent what we just said, but just catching people in lies, and more lies, and then some that just bold-faced bullshit me to my face and don't know I know they're lying, and then some when they talk and tell on themselves and still don't realize they just let me know they've been lying. And it's like, okay, the only thing that's a pain in the ass is the fact that from that point on, I know I can't trust them. And it's been quite a few people recently, it's like I had respect for. Well, of course, that's Wayne. It's like, I don't play games like that. I give fair heads up. Listen, you always gonna know where you stand with me because I'm an open book. I'm like, I see it this way, and you know where I'm coming from. Why the fuck is it so hard to get it back to me in return? Because most I say, listen, if you're going through something, that's fine. Just tell me and not have me guessing and try to. Of course, yes, some students trying to fucking train, but I just don't know. I know they flat out fucking lying through their teeth, and it's just. Ain't shit I can do about that, though. Not a damn thing. It's like, and that's frustrating as hell. But like I say, I can't hold on to it. It's like, no, That's how you are and that's how you live. Well, that's you. So it's sad when you know you can't trust somebody no more. Or like, and then back, remember I was saying that whole giving the benefit of the doubt. Like now, once it's shown, respect that. You're a fool. Are you gonna? Oh, I know they lied 5 times. Okay, how many more times you gonna go okay with knowing that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, who's the fool? You or them?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's I think that's a great indicator of inner strength.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about this, and I was because my son recently, just with family and stuff like that, he separated himself because he didn't like the energy, he didn't like how they treat himself like that, and it was a weird moment where I was talking to him, and I caught myself saying things that I've heard growing up, where you kind of force yourself to be around people that you know that you don't want to be around or stuff like that, or really don't vibe, whether it's family, friends, whatever. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
If someone or something is disrupting your energy, the wise and mature thing to do is to remove yourself from that said person or situation. And my son's real good at doing that. And as part of me is like, yo, should he stay in there and like just say fuck off or things like that or whatever it is? It's just, you know what I'm saying, in a way, not, it's like, but, or is he fighting for himself in a more mature, bigger man way? Because it's easy to stay in a situation and force it, but it's wiser to remove yourself and protect your energy. And I think that's an inner strength that you have, where that is like, regardless of how I feel it affects somebody, I know I have to come first. And that's hard for a lot of people to do.
Well, so by nature, I am, what is it, fucking empath, they call it, I think. Empath? Am I saying that right shit?
Nah, I'm not sure. Look at it real quick. I ain't gonna bullshit y'all. Nothing popped up in my head. It just went blank.
Yeah, empath.
Empath?
Empath.
Okay, let's try that.
Individual who feels more empathy than the average
Okay.
human. Yep. And so, it's like, I don't even choose it. It's like a vibration. I just pick up on it. And Mom was that way. She noticed I was that way as a kid. And even though I'm that way, it's like I give a shit. And I learned over the years, don't give a shit too much. Back to some of us natural givers. That's an empath. Then you got the fucking takers. That's the opposite of us. The takers, they don't give a shit. Empaths do care. But you got up. Because it's like you pouring water in a bucket with a hole in the bottom. You ain't never going to fill that shit up. But you got to be able to just sense and read people. So it's not like that was an easy thing. And then at the same, thank God I'm a fucking Taurus, like a solid goddamn Taurus. And I think that's been my safety net. Like I want it, and then, you know, bullheaded me. Like, man, fuck you. I'll hit a wall. And as much as I care, give me a flamethrower. Burn your ass up too. You know what I mean? Just, and so it's just like, I ain't even waste time with it. Fuck it. It just come with the age and experience. And it's good that, you know, little man, you know, he know what he feels. And I would say maybe it's just based on what you were saying, I would think it'd be he should do a little of both. A little of both meaning there'll be time where he's in the circle and it could be cousins where they give him a hard time. Well, yeah, if you got a fist fight and stand up, do it, because you got to exercise that a little bit, because dickheads, you ain't going to never get away from them. You got to get some experience at dealing with that. That's a version of being pushed up against the wall in the corner. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You got to fight your way out. But then there are times when it's like, you know what? I got better shit to do. I don't feel like bothering. Y'all have a good day. And you just walk and don't, you know, you're fine. So there's a balance. So, because if you do too much of it, that's running from the thing. The other one, if you always in altercation, well, you just in that, and that's just nonsense. But there is balance.
Yeah.
So I think that it's good. It sounds like he's doing a little of both, and so be it. And plus, he's still learning and growing. That's good. Let him find his way. Just help him, but let him find his way, because you're going to have to do that anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's always that. It's one of those things where you got to kind of pick and really analyze to see if this is a situation, like you said, where it's a back against the wall learning situation, or is this a situation where, hey, man, just handle it in a very mature way.
Right.
Kudos to you. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. Still current news because it's still 2023. Wanted to talk about it, I think about a few weeks ago, but obviously I had some schedule issues. But the separation of life in court, or ring and life. There's a player by the name of Draymond Green, basketball player, has a lot of, they have like reels of him doing really hard fouls, whether it's his body flaring and trying to sell a foul and kicking somebody in their nuts, or somebody trying to rip the ball from him spinning around all crazy and end up smacking him in the face. And and when you look at the replays, it's like, it looks like an enactment of trying to sell the foul, but at the same time, I'm getting a lick in. So he has a history of doing that. And a lot of people are pointing to anger management things like that. But off the court, the dude's incredible.
Yeah.
Cool dad, does a lot of philanthropy work, has his own podcast, very well spoken, takes care of himself, doesn't have any like court things, off the court things where it's like, I'm going to jail for this, or drunk driving, or fighting, or he's yelling. He doesn't have like everyday anger management type issues. Yeah. But people are yelling, you need to go to therapy, you need to do this. Is there a way to separate, or have you ever dealt with somebody like that? Like they were out the ring, hey, how you doing, man? And then when they get in the ring, it's just like, the fucking animal. And people are kind of like confused. Like, is there something wrong with this guy? Or is there something wrong with this girl? Like, can there be a separation, or is there an issue with that person if they have, I guess, anger issues in their game of play?
So, all right, let me ask you this. I already got like a pattern in my mind as soon as you were explaining that. So, does he get in trouble, or does he get away with it?
He has got in trouble. He has got suspended, lost money. I think somebody did the math, and he might have lost over like $500,000 of all the suspensions and things like that. I'll show you a few clips real quick right now so you kind of get an idea. Like right here, you can see he kicks his leg up, right? Or when he gets up, the timing of how he gets up. It's things like that. And those for you listening, we're watching a few clips of Draymond Green's text. Anybody that watches basketball, you've seen plenty of these clips. That right there, you're saying the timing. It's all like, it's right at the perfect time.
It's actually kind of fucking funny.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Smart enough to do it.
It's like, is he doing it intentionally, or is it an anger issue, or do you have problems? Like,
okay. He I'm sorry.
Because he is that dude on the court, kind of like if you watch hockey, they have an enforcer.
Yeah.
Like, he's that enforcer on this team, and every team needs it. But a lot of people are trying to point to like he's taking it too far, like he has mental issues, and I don't know. Like, it cannot be a separation. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, some of the stuff you look is like, yo, you lost your temper. That's the play he stepped on somebody.
Yeah, I saw that one.
So against the Spurs.
Yeah. So,
this one is the most recent.
You're like doing more time now.
Nah, look. He goes to help his teammate, but this is where they say he took it too far. Like, all right, you got him away from your teammate.
Yep.
But then he's still in the chokehold. So it's like stuff like this. And this is one that he slapped, like, that's one I was thinking when he spins around. I think that's the last one that got him suspended indefinitely. And this is why he's such a huge topic right now, because this one got him suspended indefinitely. That's kind of tinkering with, hey, is this the end of your career type?
Yeah.
Do you really have issues?
All right. At first, what I was thinking, we do have what we call clean dirty in Muay Thai and boxing, meaning that you know a technique that it's kind of legal but immoral. It's legal, but it's not moral. So, you know, like that. And only those that are highly skilled can pull it off and get away with it. And it's not normal. It's just little tricks and stuff you learn along the way. You know, like when Roy Jones was about, it's just not nowhere near as messed up as this shit. But I give you a softer version of what I mean by clean dirty. And it's not, I don't know, it can be looked at that way. We call it playing off the referee. You engage in technique and you do your thing and you smother. As soon as you smother, you know the ref gonna push you together and say break. Well, as soon as he break, if you go back and watch a lot of Roy's fights, as soon as he break, almost 90+% of the time, Roy would break and walk all the way around the referee, so there's way more time between the opponent and him to reset when he was ready, not when the opponent was ready.
That's slick.
He's smart as fuck with that shit, you know. That's a version of it. Or like, this got fucked up, but you're in the clinch and you cross the face to stiff and whatnot, but a split second you do it, you do like this. I'm not going to say what I just did. I showed him. And that helps. But unless you got skill, you ain't going to see that because it's just, it's a split second. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I cleaned my nose. No, you didn't. Yeah, you did, but no, you didn't. How you know? You can't really get in trouble with that though. But it's effective though.
It's kind of like only the fighters know what just happened if it doesn't get caught. Yeah.
And even then, then the fighter can say like, okay, kind of smart. Fuck, I should have thought of that.
Yeah.
Like that. But this dude, nah. I'm sorry, man, watching this shit. Goddamn. At first I thought it was a stretch. No.
That's crazy because I know you don't watch basketball like that.
But
that's
see
crazy.
that.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy how you look at it from somebody that doesn't watch the game, stuff like that, and then people that watch it say the same thing, that it's too much.
Like, goddamn. At first I really thought it was just clean dirty. Like when he did time himself getting up and whatnot.
Yeah, those are like tic-tac.
Right, it's right on the, like, maybe not. But that spin slap stumped the man in the gut when he stepped away. Nah, that wasn't no accident.
Yeah, he has a terrible job of selling some of them because it's kind of like you're rubbing it in as you're trying to sell it.
But it's like, it begs, why? So, yeah,
that's my question too. That's what a lot of people's question is. Is this a in the game enforcer, I'm in game mode type thing, or is this a, hey, yo, man, why are you taking it so far? Like, what's really going on type situation?
There is, okay, the most competitive of those ain't normal at all. Like that's a little too much. So yeah, all right, man, what's up?
You ever train anybody like that where you had to do that? Like, hey man, everything okay? And like you going like where they were just in there like they wanted to kill the motherfucker?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Diego, if you listen to the podcast, I'm gonna pull your ass in on this one. But I named the name. It was some young Marine that wanted to be something, and he was angry about life. He joined the Marines late. So he had a huge chip on his shoulder. By the time he joined, instead of most joined at 18, he joined at 28. So he behind listening to guys 20 years old or whatever telling him what to do, and it just tearing him up. I'm like, yeah, but that was your decision, so you can't hold that against the Corps.
You say that gym check your ego out the door
type of
situation.
Right? So I'm trying to help counsel him and shit, and he understood, former Marine, so I get it. And I'm like, yeah, but you got to look at your decisions, your choices. Anyway, he trained hard, but you can see he's just mad, furious mad at whatever. And then one day, this is where it made no difference. And we were getting ready for one of them USKO floor tournament thing where you go and get some competition. And I was down for taking him, but I was like, if I can rein him in, because he's a little wild. He do some old foul shit in the ring. You can't do that, man.
Yeah.
And but he down to fight though. So, yeah, but you got to fight according to the rules though. And man, I don't know what happened at work, what happened at home. He came in and he was just in one of them super fucked up moves, like way worse than I ever seen. I can't remember who all he was sparring with. And I said, I said, man, you need to chill. You're like, oh, what have we got? Let's see, I'm ready. I'm like, no. Well, and I thought, I'm like, there you go. He was watching this shit too. And I go, all right. Diego tried to talk to him in the first round and whatnot. He bossing him and shit, but not being an asshole about it. He said, man, you need to calm down. He didn't listen to it. To the first round. It's like, all right. And he looked at me and I said, no, go ahead. And I got pissed and I told him, I said, you know what? Fuck it. We'll give you what you say you want. And he's just like, ah. Man, I ain't never seen Diego. Boy, he let loose and beat the fucking living hell out of this man. And it was a spectacle. Gym was packed too. Nobody was training. They were all watching this shit.
It's one of those.
Dude, bruh. No, it went there. We could have made some money off of that shit. It was like that. And, beat the hell out of him and cussed him out and let him know who he was and wasn't. Diego don't ever do that. Diego don't ever get pissed. He got pissed then because the guy, he's too stupid to stop. He got stopped though.
And he respects. Diego's one of those dudes that really respects. Anybody that knows him knows he respects the art of Muay Thai. Respects everything about the gym, everything about you. His dad trained all that. It's like there's a lot of respect and honor there.
And Diego's a monster though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That too.
That too, right? So we get done, and I said, "Man, thanks." He goes, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy, son?" This dude, and training went on and finishing shit, right? And everybody left, and for some odd reason, I had paperwork and shit I needed to do. So I usually get everybody out of there no later than 8 o'clock. I think we wrapped up the sparring 7:30, but still, it was just a lot of people, and it just took time getting out of there. So I was still there. I had paperwork and shit to do, and I didn't lock up and close until 9 o'clock, and I walked out. This fucking dude was sitting in his car out in the parking lot crying. Still. So he had his ass beat bad, probably like 6:30.
Man.
You were floating around the ring in the gym for a bit and whatnot, trying to save face. Then when the leaving time, he probably like weasel out, but he's just been sitting there. And I went up to him like, "Hey," knocked on the window. "You all right?" He just like, "Man." I was like, "What?" He goes, "I thought I was good." I said, "Dude," I said, "you didn't listen to me." I said, "I told you what you needed to do. I guided you there, but you just insisted on seeing it your way. You forced this." And I said, we gave you plenty of fucking chances, but you said, come on. You know, like, you were just too dumb to see. And he's like, "Man, I'm sorry. But I thought," and somewhere in that, this is what he said. This was all some shit. He said, "Listen," he said, "Oh my God, I didn't expect this shit coming." He said, and he was crying. Full grown fucking man crying. Marine, he's just crying. He said, this thing in me, I just don't want my life. What did he say? How did he say it? Something about he didn't want to not amount to shit in his life. You know, he started late, and I guess he's trying to play catch up, and then he's older than everybody's in charge of him, but then he got to listen to them. And I said, "Okay, I get all that. I get it." I said, "But the way you're going about it, you ain't going to reach it." I said, "You like a ball of fire, you're going to burn yourself up." I said, "Man, in here," I told him, "You do whatever you're going to do." I said, "I'm pretty damn sure no other place would have been half as patient and as concerned as I've been, because I dragged this shit out for 6 months. He'd been a dick for a while. So it's not like fuck this dude. I kept trying. I said, "I don't know anybody that would do that." And I say, even then at the end, you still didn't get the fucking hint until you had the shit beat out of you that you pushed. And now, so it's like, who, you know what I mean? He was his own fucking problem. And then needless to say, he never came back. He was so mortified, humiliating. Like, well, that was him. Ask Diego about that. Diego will never forget that. That was that fucked up.
Yeah, that's way different than like a gauntlet type thing, because it's
it went beyond that.
You're not going in there knowing like, okay, I'm gonna be down, and the whole point is to get back up. Like,
right.
This is like a unexpected humbling experience. I think that's where the crying and stuff comes in. It's like,
he thought
everything in life kind of hits you at that point, especially with what you just said. And that's, I think that hits. I think that hits a lot of people that are not just in fighting. That's a huge life comparison thing, where it's like, one, there's a few things there that are compared to life in general. Is one, you told them you didn't listen.
Yeah.
And life a lot of times will talk to us and we don't listen. It's like, you know what I'm saying, like warnings, like, "Hey man, you might want to slow down. Hey, you went to the hospital a few times. You might want to stop doing them drugs. Like, you might want to chill." Or you almost crashed like 5 times driving the same exact way you always drive. You might want to stop. You get the point. Life warns us and we don't listen, and then we suffer the consequences of getting our ass beat in whatever realm it is: work, life, family, random event on the street, driving, whatever it is. And then on top of that, before I was saying that, is the it's the crying and everything rushing at that point where there's a lot of men, I think, especially now, that feel like they're too late, or I'm too old for this, or damn, I'm amounting to nothing, or nobody's gonna remember my name. And I think part of it is perspective, because some people just need to get perspective. Like, no, the world doesn't. You don't need to be that famous YouTube or whatever because they watch too much in social media, and they're like, nobody knows me this way.
Right.
And then there are those in reality where like, nah, I really just want to be known. Like, I want my kids to be proud of me. I want my family to be like, yo, this uncle so-and-so, or my dad, or my son, or my brother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did this, and they're this. And I think a lot of people at that point, I think that for him, I think that's where he was. But that crying was like, yo, all the shoulda, woulda, coulda, and I didn't do was hitting him while he was actually physically getting hit. And so I can only imagine the mental breakdown that took place in that car, because you're getting your ass beat physically. Yeah. And then on top of that, you probably were already thinking about a whole bunch of shit before you came into the gym, and now you're thinking about it even more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, the thing that leveled it out was the fact that, and I mean, I don't know, as many times I kept saying to him, listen, you ain't ready. You're not at this point. And he's just, nah, he's been confrontational to me, like, are you crazy? I'm like, because you're a baby. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah. He's a baby. No. Fine. I'm going to give you what you think you want. And then that shit. He almost pissed his shit on himself. Dummy.
That's why I made that face when you said, when you did the whole, let him go in there and get it. 'Cause I heard all the stories from years of you having to be like, lesson has to be taught today.
He took his fucking pants off in front of everybody. He fucked up.
Yeah, that's rough.
But he pushed and pushed and pushed. And Diego tried his best. He's like, you know what, man? Fuck you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the moral of the story, I guess, is, like you say, one, be coachable, two, check ego at the door, and then, like I said, listen, man. Listen to the warnings. Yeah. Especially in life. But to close it out, and for everybody in life, ending out this year of 2023, going into 2024, your somewhat happy New Year's to the audience, New Year message, day one message, whatever it is, but that New Year salute from Ajan.
Man, simple. Please make it a powerful effort. The things that you speak, like my dad would say, think 2, 3, 4, 5 times before it comes out of your mouth. And then after that, do everything in your power to live up to what came out of your mouth. I think that's gold for everybody. So that's it for the new year and the rest of your life. How about that? Because it'll reap some huge dividends. It will, but do that.
Thanks for tuning in to the YOD podcast. Be sure to click follow, subscribe, and share at the YOD podcast. Visit online at www.theyodpodcast.com. Thanks for following. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, commenting, and sharing. We are YOD.
It's a cap.
Yeah, Wild D. I'm the young old dude with the new ology. Leader of the new school, old mentality. Got the loose Twitter fingers. You following me? Yeah. Over your head, got too much knowledge. Graduated in games, season no salting. Outlast today, don't need no nostalgic. I'm over 38, performing like a freshman in college. Yeah. I'm the youngest old dude you know. More than a life change, effortless with the flow. Atta boy, oh, you ain't know? This man against time, and this time just had to go. Let me vest 20 pounds of haters and run some more. Steadily getting lapped, I stride around goals. Lost it, I found it and winning. How I catch a bunch of L's, I quarterback the beginning. Yellow YOD. Yeah, I'm a young old dude. Learn the rules like a pro, taking students to school. YOD. Up in the gym, dropping mad jewels. Still hungry, stay seasoned, play mad fool. YOD. Stay on my grind, it's that mastermind. Like wine, I get better with time. YOD. Oh, you ain't heard about me. Got everybody in the city saying YOD.